Welcome back to Cyprus Sea of Galilee, DSMME. On this November 24th, today we celebrate a lot of saints. And the thing that these saints have in common, besides their incredible love of God, obviously, and their love of people, obviously, is that they were all martyred for their faith. And so today we stand in front of some of the choirs of Dominican saints, men saints in this particular area of our going into our entrance into our chapel itself. So you might be able to see through the stained glass window some of the chapel. And we have Dominican men saints on one side and women saints, Dominican saints on the other side. But in any case, this represents 117 martyrs for the faith today. We have St. Ignatius, we have St. Dominic, we have St. Vincent, and 117. Out of these 117, 59 are Dominicans. And if you do your math, that means over half are Dominicans. I just want to point that out. And they all gave their life for the faith in the 18th and 19th century. Again, because they were in Vietnam to try to spread the light of truth. And of these Dominicans, which I would certainly know more about than some of the others, they came from various continents. Some were Spanish, some were French. The majority were native Vietnamese, and so there's been a lot of suffering in that particular country for the Catholic faith and for Christianity in general as well. And in any case, they were martyred in a variety of ways through a period of years of intense persecution. But what is just absolutely so beautiful is they knew when they went there, they probably would be martyred. And so it's not that there was a hesitancy in them. They wanted to give God everything. And they wanted to take home as many souls with them as they could. So they were out there baptizing and preaching and teaching. And they followed different pathways. Some, I believe there were 6 Dominican bishops, many priests, and many laity that were associated with the Dominican order as well. And then again, the others came from various walks of life and spiritualities. But this happened to be more in an area where the Dominicans were going in, ultimately to be martyred. In what way? Whether or not that they were martyred, as the church teaches, with the blood red of martyrdom, giving their own lives, then perhaps it was with the white martyrdom of living a life of heroic sacrifice. And so let's not forget that the church is broad enough and maternal enough to include us all in the martyrs if we give our lives freely to Christ. That means if we can accept the sufferings of every single day. And should he ever ask that this white martyrdom of trying to live with the graces of this day, with patience, with charity, with fortitude, etc., and if he should ever ask that we lay down our lives, literally give our lives to him in an act of martyrdom for the faith, which would then be the red martyrdom, that he himself would have to give that grace. So it's nothing that we would anticipate, although these great martyrs became missionaries and spread the faith in an age of persecution and in a country of heroic suffering for the faith. So let's pray for that kind of fortitude, that kind of strength and courage in living our faith every single day. And let's watch when we are tempted to complain that we pull back from it and think it's just really not worth it, because this too shall pass, and it's not asking my life, and I still have my faith, and I still have my life. And so many of these things can be kind of compressed into smaller moments of holiness if we teach ourselves to look at them in such a manner. Signing off from Cyprus Sea of Galilee, DSMME, on this great feast of 117 martyrs for our Holy Catholic faith.